So this is gonna be a honest truth review on these headphones. A lot of y'all was searching up on the internet for probably the best bass headphones, etc., etc. And the only thing you have in mind are Crusher Evos, but what are the alternatives for those? Now, people might say these. In my opinion, these are nothing like Crusher Evos. And if you're thinking of buying them, do not have them in mind. And these are Crusher Evos. If anything, these are bassier versions of AirPod Maxes. But if you want to put in this perspective, Crusher Evos are your best friend, your teenage best friend car with horrible tweeters and just a huge sub in the back, and it's just all bass sub. The regular sound is just horrible. Like, if you ever just want to chill without bass, Crusher Evos are not going to be nowhere near some like AirPod Maxes. Now they sound literally just like these with more bass. The ANC on these are crazy, and to be honest, these are probably better than these in some cases, because these have more sound deafening in them, and AirPod Max have nothing. When you don't have no noise cancellation on or nothing, it's just like you can hear everything around it. But Apple done a really good job with the noise canceling on these. But with these, the sound deadening and the noise canceling added onto it, I've never had any headphones that compared to Apple's noise isolation. Same thing with the transparency mode. It's good, but it nowhere near like these. These literally feel like you don't have nothing on your ears. These is it's good, but it's not Apple good. But these are not Crusher Evos. These do not. Crusher Evos have a haptic driver that shakes your headphones. These are dynamic drivers that are literally speakers. They're really good speakers. Now, what Sony did was add a really good equalizer, which is the Alt button basically. The equalizer really ups the bass in it. So think of, if you ever had AirPod Maxes, you will know that these sound very good, perfect, but they just don't have enough bass to please you. Now, when you first open these, you might pick them up and be like, oh, these feel like they're 30 cents. It's a big piece of plastic, because that's what they are. They're literally a plastic version of these. These, you can't run in these. You can't do nothing in these because they're just so heavy. The minute you move your head, they fall off, or you move your head and they start slipping off. These are really uncomfortable. These literally feel like those ear mittens that you see in the movies the girls wear. You don't feel anything. They're comfortable. I had these on for 5 hours straight while I was at work, and they were perfect. Now, the one thing I will say is these are for my athletes, my workers, my everything. These are the athlete version of these, because these are so light. They look big. Now, when they're on your ears, they look huge. They are very, very thick. You need to keep in mind that these are very, very thick, but they're light. These feel it. They weigh nothing compared to these. You don't even notice these on your head. Now, with with the sound quality, it's literally kind of the nothing can really compare to AirPod Max. The AirPod Maxes are godly. They sound too good. But they're literally AirPod Maxes with more bass. Now, I wouldn't say bass because you would think they're nothing like that. If you truly just want bass, you don't care about the general sound and noise, get Crusher Evos. Crusher Evos are literally just bass. They have no ANC, no transparency mode, no nothing. It's just bass. Now these, the ANC, the transparency mode, it really sets aside the fact that the bass is not it. People online, they hype it up, and people on YouTube videos, oh my god, bass is so crazy. Because people who are saying that are people who had AirPod Maxes or Beats or something like that. They never had Crusher Evos or any type of subwoofers in their car. Like me, I have 15-inch subwoofers in my car. And when I got these, I'm thinking to myself that these are Crusher Evos. These are better than Crusher Evos. They sound like, they feel like Crusher Evos. And no, these are just good headphones. If you ever been in a Cadillac Escalade or like some car with a very good audio system in it, this is what they feel like. They have it's not really a subwoofer, it just sounds like a really good pair of speakers with nice deep crisp bass, like how it's like this but with more bass. Crusher Evos are just bass. There's nothing else. Now these are light. You could wear these for hours upon hours, running them, be comfortable, all of that. Now the only con I will have is that these have no bass. I mean, let me not say no bass. These are not Crusher Evo bass, nowhere close to it. These are like, the only way I can compare it are AirPod Maxes with bass. They sound very, very good, and the ANC is very good. This ANC is very comparable to the AirPod Max. The transparency mode works, and one thing I will like is the double tap feature, the swipe, the back. The one thing I don't like is that you cannot put on transparency mode without touching these buttons. Now, these buttons might, I don't know for sure, but if they are water resistant, I get my hands wet a lot from water, and it's easier to pause. But if you have noise cancellation on, you can't just press it or you get water all up in the button or whatever. What I would like them to do is like have a feature where you can hold down for transparency mode to actually be off. See, they have a part where you can just put your palm on it and it has transparency mode on, and when you take your palm off, it goes to regular. But yeah, well, what I would say in conclusion, these are not Crusher Evos. That's all I can really say. If you want bass, and you only care about bass, Evos are your go-to. These are very good headphones in general. They have good bass, good highs, good mids. It's AirPod Maxes with a little tiny more bass. That is all these are. The way people say they are on the internet, they are not that. Now, one thing I love, the noise isolation. The thing with these, wind noise, these little microphones right here, let me show you. I don't know if they'll pick up on the camera. Yeah, there. But the wind noise, it has wind isolation or something like that, where it basically cancels out wind. So if you're running or on a bike or something, the wind doesn't interfere with your noise isolation. Like these, you can hear. With this, is more, it's not isolated, it's more muffled. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's very, you don't notice it. And with these, you don't hear nothing, you don't hear nothing. And the padding on these are very good. Like inside of here, there's padding like right here for your ears to sit, and there's padding all in here. These are just very comfortable headphones. They sound good. It's just the bass is not Crusher Evos, and that's what dang me, because I want bass. I love bass, and I need headphones that are similar to Crusher Evos, but there's just nothing like it, because Crusher Evos are a haptic motor. They move. They literally shake your headphones. They're not dynamic drivers that push air in and out But Crusher Evos are all a feeling. They're not really a hearing thing. And I want more of a hearing thing. There's no headphone that really can produce that I know of right now that is around the price of these two. And that would be the video. My honest and truth answer about these ULTs. Thank you.